Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I am doing a collaboration and I'm really excited about it. So I'm collaborating with my friend Amy from the channel Living in Chrysalis. Amy and I have been friends and supporting each other pretty much since I started my YouTube channel. So over a year, and we still just hadn't found time to do our first collaboration. So I'm really excited to be doing it today. She is one of the sweetest people I know, and she's so much fun to watch. She's very funny. She has like that funny, quirky, sarcastic humor that I love, and her videos are just fun to watch. So definitely go check her out. Please subscribe. Let her know that I sent you. Show her tons of love because I know that you guys will enjoy watching her. She does a whole mixture of stuff. She does TJ Maxx hauls, she does makeup tutorials, she does first impressions, reviews. She also talks about Game of Thrones. She does some costumey looks here and there. I know she has on her channel. She does project panning, so she does a whole variety of things on her channel, and I just love watching her. So every time I get a notification, I'm like one of the first people to watch her videos. So today we are doing a collaboration with sort of the same palette, but she has the Real Thing and I have the Dupe. So we are doing a Born to Run Urban Decay palette and Dupe palette bingo. So sort of. I chose her shades, she chose my shades randomly. No, we chose whatever shades we wanted to give the other person. It was not random. I'm sorry. But so I have the Interstellar palette. I got this from doing.an. It is by the brand Prism Makeup, and they were selling it on Juno & Co.'s website for $10. And I've been wanting the Urban Decay Born to Run palette for the longest time. Did not want to pay $49 for it though, because I've been really disappointed with a lot of Urban Decay palettes. There's a few that I love, like the Kristen Leanne palette. Love that palette. I have all the Naked palettes. Don't love them necessarily, but Urban Decay, like I said, has really been hit or miss for me, so I just didn't want to pay $49. And then the Born to Run one went on sale for $29 and I missed it, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw this in with my order, because I ordered their cloud sponge, I ordered some of their microfiber sponges, which I love, and so I was like, you know what, $10, why not? So this is what the inner packaging looks like. It has a non self-standing mirror, and I'm just gonna leave the thing on, but it has like this whole constellation, like even on the mirror, like it has the different, like, you know, constellations. And then this is what the palette looks like. To me, it looks almost exactly like the Urban Decay palette. A few of the shades are in different places, I think, but overall, I think it looks the same. I think some of the shades look a little bit more muted, or maybe that's just because I expect the Urban Decay one to be more pigmented, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but yeah, so I'm excited to dive into this, and I'm going to show you the shades that Amy chose for me. So she chose Spectral. I'm going to swatch them too. So that is a matte shade. She chose Supernova, which is this pink shade here. And I don't really know, that is a terrible swatch, but I don't really know how well this is going to work, but I also don't know how well the Urban Decay Born to Run works. I mean, I've seen people use it and it's beautiful. I love the color story, but I don't know. I'll have to watch her video and find out. So we have this green shade, which I think is gorgeous, which is now also on the side of my finger. She chose Big Bang, which is more of a lighter green, less olivey. And then she chose Gravity, which is a blue. So I have Amy. I have four shimmers, one matte. I'm just kidding. I'm excited. I've done all shimmer looks before, so this will be fun. I have no idea what I'm going to put where. so we're going to figure it out. I'm going to use my paint stick. I was thinking about using like a concealer, but I want it to be a really wet base because I find that this is more of a dry formula, and when you have more of a dry formula, if you have a very wet base, it's much easier to get the pigment to show up. So since my MAC paint stick is almost gone, this specific one, I just went ahead and grabbed out some of it with my nail, and now I'm just blending it out. And if you're here from Amy's channel, welcome. I hope you I hope you will consider subscribing. So Amy and I have actually done a collaboration together, but it was a group collaboration. She was part of the musician inspired collab, and we actually have another collaboration coming up very soon for that group. If you want to see what character she did, I will have her video from that collaboration linked up here. I did Lady Gaga, and I will try to remember to link mine, but I'll definitely link hers. And we just have never had a chance to do a one-on-one collaboration, so I am so excited, and I cannot wait to see the look that she creates with the colors I gave her. So if you want to see that, gotta go check out her channel, because I'm not going to tell you what I picked. You're going to have to find that out for yourself. Okay, so it's going to be interesting. I really have no clue what I want to do. I think I'm going to take Spectral, which is the only matte shade that I have. Amy. I'm just kidding. And I'm just gonna put that all in the outer V. What's funny is when she sent me the shades, she said, "These are your shades, mwahahaha." And I didn't realize why the mwahahaha, because I didn't have the palette at the time that we planned this, because it was in transit. So yeah, now I know why the mwahahaha followed the shade names. But I'm excited. I think it's so much fun to get random shades. That's why palette bingos and like choosing shades for each other, either randomly or, you know, depending on what you want the person to do. I think it's so much fun because you never know what kind of look they're going to create. You never know how it's going to turn out. Sometimes people will have the same exact shades and do two totally different looks with it. So I think that can be fun as well. All right, so now that we have that, we also don't have a brow bone color, but I can use my highlighter for that. Okay, so I think next I'm going to go in with, oh my gosh, I have 4 more shades to use. Okay, I think I'm going to take Supernova. I'm saying that like a question. I'm going to use some glitter glue. That we're definitely going to do. Which, did I put it back where it's supposed to go? I hope so. No, I did not. It's over here. I'm going to put glitter glue on the rest of the lid because everything else is going to be shimmery, and I want to give it the best possible chance. That matte did blend out really nicely. I'm not going to lie, when I first saw the palette, I was a little worried just because of how dry of a formula they seem to be. Don't mind my swatches. I mean, don't mind my swatches. Don't mind those either, but don't mind my finger with all the swatches on it. I took way too much glitter glue too. All right, I'm gonna go over the shade we already laid down just a little bit because, oh my gosh, my fingers are like blue and red. Because I want to put the shimmery, that's what I'm going to go into next, Supernova. So that is like the pinkish red shimmer. this one right here. And we're going to go into that next. And I'm just using my Pac-Man, Wet n Wild Pac-Man brush. To me, this looks exactly like what I expected the Urban Decay Born to Run palette to look like. So I'll be curious to... I watched my friend Kaylee Wesley. She did a Born to Run. She just got the palette from a friend of hers and did a look with it. I'll link that video up here. And I just thought it was beautiful, and I just kept saying, oh, why didn't I buy it when it was on, you know, clearance or whatever. Okay, so I think next I'm going to do the shade Gravity, which is the blue. And then we're going to go in with the lighter blue. And these two can actually touch because one is red, one is blue, and together they make purple. Because if I had gone in with the green, that would be an issue because the two would have created like a muddy color. But I can see on the edge where these two mix that they're actually I'm going to do that on purpose. I'm going to mix them just a little bit. Ooh, that's creating such a beautiful, like, dark grapey purple. Yes, okay. So I'm going to do that on the other side too, and then I'm going to take Big Bang, which is the lightest blue shade that we have, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner and on the rest of the lid. So I'm just going back and forth between the shimmery pink and the blue to create that dark purple. If you can hear snoring, my Chihuahua is in here with me, Sophie. And if you're new here, she snores louder than my grandpa used to. So, yes, I really like those two shades combined and what it turned into. This is a very different look for me. It's very kind of grungy, I guess. And I don't do a lot of grungy looks, but I did one grungy look a while back. Now I'm taking that green shade and it's called Big Bang. And I'm just putting that on the rest of the lid all the way to the inner corner. Alright, so Amy gave me a good color story. I take back my Amy from earlier. I think these colors look really cool together. It's like a muted jewel tone look. Like a mule? I look like a mule. Oh, maybe I do. No. It is a muted jewel tone grungy type of look. And I think I like it. Okay. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the blue because I lost some of it when I went in with the green. And I want to be able to see all the shades. And I think this looks really, really pretty. And then back in with the purple or the... Okay, so this shade Supernova is already getting hard panned a little bit. And I did not wet the brush. I did not do anything that would create hard pan. Although I will say that it, even though it seems to look like hard pan, it's not actually performing like it has hard pan. So that's good news. I'm cleaning off that brush and I'm taking Big Bang on the tip of the brush. and I am just kind of doing this. Okay. My hubby's been having allergies. I could hear him cough from the other room. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to go off camera, do my base, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back. I have powder all over my face because I don't want to get fallout on my under eyes. So I'm going to take Transient, which is the olive green, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. So speaking of project panning, because I said that Amy does project panning, I have recorded technically my first project pan. When I say technically, not because it's not my first project pan, it is. But I say technically because it's not technically your typical project pan. So my friend Nat from the channel Little Miss Nat, I will link her up here, created a project pan called Hallow Out for Halloween. And it is basically taking 13 project panning items or taking 13 items from your collection to use for this project pan. And so I asked Nat and I said, you know, hey, I really want to join this because I have a bunch of products that I haven't used that I really want to use, but can I kind of do it my own way? I mean, following the rules, but, you know, kind of doing it my own way. So what I want, and I'm explaining this because I want you guys to know the way I did it before it goes up, so that when you see it, although you're probably going to see it before this video, but if you've seen it and you haven't watched it, give it a chance, please, because I know that some people either love project panning or they don't like it at all. And the way I decided to do it was I chose 13 products that I did not, or I haven't used in a long time. And I'm going to my butter bronzer, and that I wanted to use in this project. And then I decided that I didn't want to use them up, which is the one reason that I haven't done project pan, because the items in my collection, unless it's something that I really don't like, I don't want to get rid of it. So that's why I haven't done project panning in the past. But the fact that Nat let me do kind of my own spin on it, I liked, because I kind of did it as a project pan / shop my stash. Not my stash, my stash. And so for me, I'm just using them instead of using them up, you know? And so they were Halloween related items, or items that reminded me of Halloween. So that's what I'm doing. And I basically showed going into the Pac-Man, I'm going to go into this one here. I basically showed my items, and then I created a look with some of them. And each time I update, I'm going to tell you like, oh, I've used this off camera a few times or whatever. Like, I'm going to tell you how many times I've used it, but I'm not going to weigh it or mark it or anything like that. So I don't know if people in the community will get mad at me for doing it differently, but it's just the way that I kind of wanted to do mine. So I created a look that I really like, actually, with it. And I think it'll be fun. And I think that it will be a good way for me personally to use palettes in my collection. Like, for instance, the Kylie Cosmetics Halloween palette, the LA Splash Classic Horror palette, and the Fall Fusion palette from Blush Tribe are all in that project. And the project goes from now until Halloween. And I bought these palettes last Halloween and have yet to use them again. So yeah, I was like, you know what, these are perfect because I'll get a chance to use these palettes. Even when I did Blush Tribe Week, I forgot about the Fall Fusion palette, even though I had to have it when it came out, and it's one of my favorite color stories. So, you know, sometimes we just forget that we have stuff in our collection. I'm going to just spray my face. This is just a hydrating mist that gets rid of the cakiness. So I really like this look, I have to say. Amy chose awesome colors, and I don't know, like I like it. Like I think that the muted jewel tones together look really pretty. I'm gonna go into my Snow Angels highlighter from Gimme Glow and put a little bit of that on my face and probably on my brow bone. And yeah, I think this palette is really good quality. I think that if you have been wanting the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, but either you don't like the Urban Decay formula, or you're not sure about it, or you just don't want to spend $49 on a palette because you have a lot of palettes already, I definitely recommend it. I think so far from what I've used, and I'll probably do some more looks with it, I like it, and I'm glad that I bought this instead of the Real Thing, because, you know, when you have a lot of palettes in your collection, I mean, I love the packaging for the Born to Run palette, and honestly, if I'm being completely honest with myself, I probably will eventually purchase the Real Thing when it goes on sale again. And then what I'll do, I forgot to do my lower lash line mascara, and what I'll do is I'll probably justify it by saying I'll do a palette knockout, which I probably will do. And then I can, you know, see for myself how the formula feels and all that compared to this one. But that would be because I'm a collector and I love doing comparisons between like dupe palettes and the Real Thing. That's like one of the things I really love to do. And I don't know, I think it's interesting when, like, how companies are able to, you know, do a palette that's high end. Do I want this dark of a lip? Yeah. And this is Juvia's Place, and it's called Mina. And how they're allowed, you know, able to keep the cost down, I guess. So I just think it's interesting and fun. And I know that not everyone can afford a $49 palette. So if you were looking into that one, and for whatever reason didn't want to or couldn't spend $49 on it, I definitely think this is a good alternative, and it's $10 right now on the Juno & Co website. And I think I got free shipping too. I find that this shade is a little bit streaky. One of my favorite liquid lipsticks is called Madame from Juvia's Place, and that one is not streaky at all. So I don't know why this one, I mean, once I build it up, it looks nice, and even though I have to build it up, it doesn't feel cakey or like it doesn't have a weird texture like some do. But I still kind of wish I didn't have to, you know, work at it that hard. But I find that with darker liquid lipstick shades, I kind of always have to work on the application, because otherwise it'll just look really messy on me, and I got it all over my teeth. So this is the finished look using the Interstellar palette from Prism Makeup. Again, I got it from Juno & Co, and I used this shade, and then I used these three right here. And those were the shades that Amy from, again, the channel Living in Chrysalis chose for me. So thank you, Amy, because I never would have created this look on my own. And I really, really like it. I think it's like a, like I said, like a jewel tone, grungy kind of look. So I can't wait to see the look that Amy created. I hope that you guys will go to check out her channel, subscribe, let her know I sent you, show her some love. And while you guys are watching this, I'll be watching her. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.